Hi everyone, welcome to this presentation. Today I'm going to talk about student accommodation, university accommodation in the UK. So this presentation will look at the different types of accommodation for students in the UK. So where do students live when they go to university? Because often students, they go to a university that's in a different city, okay? For a change of environment. So most students, they move to a different city, so they don't live at home anymore. They don't live with their parents. So only a minority of students stay living with their parents. So we're going to look at the types of accommodation and also the furniture or features of a student room. So typical student accommodation. So normally for the first year of university, students live in student accommodation that is part of the university. The buildings belong to the university, and these are known as halls of residence, or just halls, we call them. This is usually just for the first year of university when people move to the new city. Normally they're about 18 or 19 years old when they do this. So halls, they're large apartment buildings like these or these. So big buildings divided into smaller flats, usually about 5 to 7 people. Maybe more, maybe 10 people. But yeah, so a big building divided into smaller flats. And normally in total, well, you can have smaller halls of residence, about 100, 150 students, or much bigger halls of residence where you have 800 or 900 residents. It really depends on the university and on the halls. So there's different types of halls of residence. Let's look at the different types we have. So the first one we have is on-campus halls. So halls that are located very, very close to the university buildings where you take your classes. So here you can see a map of the University of Exeter. And these are all the buildings where you take classes. And then these pink buildings are the halls of residence. So they're on the same site as the university buildings. So it's like a 10-minute walk or 5-minute walk, very close. So that's on campus. And then we have off campus. So the halls, they're located in a different part of the city. But this is more common in big cities like London or Manchester or Edinburgh, where there's less space. Smaller cities like Exeter normally would have on-campus halls. Also, another difference we have is this: catered halls, where food is provided by the university, usually breakfast and dinner, so in the morning and in the evening. And so the food, the meals, they're included in the price of the accommodation, the price you pay every month. Or the other option is non-catered halls, where students, they have their own kitchen, where they can prepare their own food. They have to go to the supermarket to buy the food. And of course, the food isn't included in the price. It's separate. So here's a typical bedroom for halls of residence for one person. Bookshelves for books, cupboard and drawers for clothes, a lamp and a desk, table, a desk for working at, a chair and a bed. It's quite simple, but nice for one person. And if there's a bathroom as well, with a toilet and a shower, we call this an ensuite. So maybe the nicer halls, they have ensuite bedrooms. So, what are the positives, the benefits of living in halls of residence? So for the first year of university, when you're new to a city, you get to meet people from different parts of the country, from different cities all over the country, and they come to university and you meet them. And even people from different parts of the world. In the UK, there are a lot of international students who come from many different countries to study in England. So if you live in halls of residence for the first year, it's very likely you meet people from many different countries or live with people from different countries. So it's a great way to make friends, international friends. And another benefit, of course, you get to know the city. If you move, for example, you move to London and you're new and you don't really know London, well, you'll be living with people who also, they don't know London. So it's new for them and you can discover the city together. And of course, you get to live close to university. If it's on campus, you're right next to the university, 5 minutes away. But even off-campus halls normally are located quite close to university. For example, for me, I was in off-campus halls, but I could walk to university in 35 minutes. So after halls of residence, what happens? Because of course, halls of residence is usually for the first year only. In the second year, people normally move into a student house. So a group of friends will get together, maybe friends who met in halls. So they get together, a group of friends, and they search for a house together. And generally, student houses have between 5 and 8 people, maybe more, up to 10 people sometimes, but normally at least 4 or 5 people. So bigger houses, and yeah, lots of people. And often students will all move to a certain area, a particular area of the city, which is like a neighbourhood which is popular with students and where students like to live, usually because it's cheap. But it's nice because maybe you live in this house, and then in this house your friends live, and another house here your friends live. So it's nice to live in an area where there are many students because you live close to your friends. Okay, and when you're looking for a student house, obviously there's some factors to consider, things to consider. So these could be, is it close to the university? Can I walk to the university? If you can't walk, how long does it take on public transport or on a bike? Is the house located near a bus stop or a train station for when you want to take public transport? Also, is it close to supermarkets or cafes or bars or cinemas, shops, things that you want to be close to? How much is the rent? Of course, it's a very important part. And are bills included? Bills are what we pay for gas, electricity, internet, this sort of thing. So that's normally charged separately, or sometimes is included. So these things you've got to think about. And maybe as well, does the house have a garden or a balcony or something like this, or outdoor space? So that's the end of the presentation. Thanks for listening, everyone. I hope you learned something about student houses in the UK, and have a nice day.